Welcome one and all to the final Phineas and Ferb Season 5 reaction batch. We have 3 episodes left. The Haberdasher, an out of character, then these two, which I'm know slightly more about. The Chronicles of Meep episode 42, definitely the most so. The third and potentially final episode in the Meep trilogy. We see Baljeet water skiing. Susie might fight Meep at that convention with the Bangaroo dolls. I know Jeremy objects to a wedding. I don't remember what else. That'll be quite the interesting episode. We'll see if it follows the energy of the previous 2 episodes. And then, the final episode of the first batch of Season 5, No Slumber Party and the Ballad of Bubba Doof. I know a little bit about the sleepover episode. Very brief social media posts. I feel like this shot may be from the Ballad of Bubba Doof and not related to the sleepover at all. But basically, the kids and the teens all come over to have a sleepover, I believe. I think Isabella's going to be there, and I saw a screenshot of Vanessa being there with Candace and Stacy. So that's about all I know on that front. And with that, let's get into it. Haberdasher time. Haberdasher, if you will. Just Buford.
Feels like something is missing.
Buford, what have you done?
What have you done with Phineas? What have you done with Phineas?
What you do? Oh, it's just you.
Where are Phineas and Ferb?
Hey gang, Ferb and I are hanging out with Mom this afternoon, so make yourselves at home till we get back.
Okay. Really interesting.
Woo! Opportunity! We can carpe our
Wow.
diem.
So the remainder of the main gang, the main group, I really wanted to come up with a name for these 5, but never really one came to mind, other than, the gang, what Phineas says a lot of the time. Nice hologram tricks, as well. Are they going to decide on an idea to do for the day? Or will they have, competing ideas? Or maybe will they construct their own and then battle one another, perhaps?
Neck suits?
Anti-gravity water slides?
What about your Red Bull hot tub?
Wait, okay, where did Phineas's head go? I saw it, briefly fly away. I was looking somewhere else on there. It's just kickball.
I don't want to stew with just you two.
That stare of disapproval from Isabella gets me every time. But then they're just hologramming around in the background. But are they going to say anything?
Well, we have to do something. We can't have nothing to show for our date when Phineas gets here.
And Ferb?
Oh, they're looking down. Oh,
Yes, and Ferb.
wow. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here anymore? Oh, Phineas and Ferb, you've outdone yourselves. Man, just fishing off of Isabella's head.
Is there an off switch?
Hey, where is Perry?
Okay, we joke a lot about the front-facing Phineas screenshots. They went full throttle with just, giving us that in hologram form. That's what Isabella sees face-to-face. That is Isabella's fantasy right there. Rhombus Phineas. Rhombius, if you will. Open mine shaft. Thanks, just straight down.
Doof's been experimenting with recombinant DNA, and it isn't pretty.
Whatever you're thinking it is, it's much worse.
Get over there, ASAP. Just maybe do it on an empty stomach.
Empty stomach, hold on. Experimenting on DNA, so something queasy, I imagine. I do want to read that again. Recombinants. I think I will search that up. Genetic mixing. So it's basically what the plot of Doof 101 was with DNA mixing. They also, just a comment about, especially in the first episode of Season 1, where their suspicions aren't necessarily what's going to happen, and yet it was going to happen with, once Major Monogram explained to Doof how he was going to conquer the Tri-State area, and that gave him the idea. So I don't believe Alka, especially not these two, receive factual or like research and come to factual conclusions to tell Agent P in his mission reports. Just saying. What I will say before we continue here, in the final episode of season 4, when Phineas and Ferb are taken to that parallel dimension and no one remembers them, Isabella, Buford, and Baljeet still hang out together. Isabella is much more moody, much more over it all the time. And Buford and Baljeet are close to about like the same personality as they would be without Phineas and Ferb. With Isabella having like the highest magnitude of change and shift in personality. Because she would still be a part of the Fireside Girl Troupe, but I think Phineas really does bring out the best in her a lot. She would not be the same person without Phineas. She wouldn't be as happy of a person, I'd say. Phineas does bring out the best in her a lot, and that's the core reason why I feel. It's more than just thinking it's feelings. It's one of those reasons why I think and feel that Finbella is my all-time favorite Phineas and Ferb ship. One of my top relationship dynamics of all time, because they really, really do bring out the best in each other. And Isabella really wants to impress Phineas here. So we'll see what happens, and I'm going to make a prediction here. I think Isabella's going to really try to take charge, and with her motivation being to impress Phineas. I think that's going to be the nature of this episode. Let's take a look.
I'm usually here, and Phineas is usually right beside me.
No, this is my spot.
Uh-oh.
You go
They're not,
just
okay.
here,
Not, they're not getting along. Oh, no. Oh, no, they're moving each other around. That's not good.
Spread out, you two. Spread.
And yeah, Buford with the gang. So, okay, so I think everyone's just going to have their own space and construct their own ideas. Buford's Breadful Hot Tub gag is absolutely going to come into play, like, at some point later. They bring up Buford's interesting hobbies, let's say. His fascination with large objects and experimentation with all bodies of Danville from that Candace suit episode. What else would we expect from Buford?
Spread out! Right here is where I do my best commenting and quipping.
This could be a chance for me to shine as an individual.
For us to shine together.
Yes, for us to make me shine together.
Oh!
Yeah, put these...
Assistant 1, Assistant 2, oh wow. They're all battling. Isabella's been quite, like, fair and impartial throughout this whole time, so I feel for Isabella most here. Buford's just passing out. This is what Assistant 2.
You'll help me remember your names while we're working
Remember your names.
on my invention.
You two keep yapping. I'm gonna work on my own ideas.
And they're on their own.
Fine, we all build our own thing. May the best man win.
It is not a contest, Buford, but I'm so going to win.
Baljeet is uber competitive. I don't want to hear otherwise. Baljeet is super competitive. Isabella is too. I think all three of them are competitive in their own ways because Buford doesn't back down from a challenge. He does do a bet, but then also, if he doesn't succeed on the very first try, it's that bully bust episode, I think, where Buford tried to keep their tooth ride invention in season 4, like, locked down as much as possible, and it still disappeared. And then Buford stopped trying. Maybe it's like once a summer, or a few times a summer, where he puts in a challenge, and this is going to be one of them. Yeah. Isabella's off to work. Oh, she's blushing. She knows exactly what she's doing for Phineas. Buford and Baljeet have their work cut out for them because Isabella has the skills, the expertise, and the patchwork and the motivation to impress Phineas and get his attention. Buford and Baljeet have their own strengths too, but I'm rooting for Isabella this episode. Yeah, just grabbing Baljeet. Ned, Buford's chilling.
Or not to bust. They're not my brothers, so I'm not sure to even count. But maybe if Mom sees this, it'll lend a little credence to all.
Lend a little credence, yeah. Candace is gonna try busting them too. So is that like a 4 set of binoculars? How does that work? Oh, this is the episode where Doofenshmirtz turns himself into a moth. Right. I did see about that, and I did see a screenshot about it. Now I realize. I don't know what out of character is going to be though, but we'll get to that outs when we get to it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, gross in here. Yeah, it's... that's the trap. Yeah. That's the trap.
Platypus, how nice of you to bug me, which is appropriate because...
Yeah.
Behold, I have evolved!
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, it's so distorted, yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Poor Perry, man.
Take over the tri-state area! What? It's not good? It's no bueno, what? I guess I haven't looked at myself in the mirror. Let me... Oh, man, I'm not a beautiful butterfly at all. I'm
It's a brown, big, hairy moth. Yes.
Wait, or go in
No.
here and make everyone else a
No. Oh, no, Perry's not having this.
Man, I'm like a 4 at best.
4 at best. Oh, we got the scale. Who's on the scale? I want to see who's on the scale. Diminutive, Roger. Okay, the diminutive 0. Roger, he put Roger out of 10, and he hates that Roger's out of 10. And then Doofenshmirtz is out of 4. I don't think we're going to see Roger Doofenshmirtz at all in these first 10 episodes. I really like how, even though Roger is beloved by all a lot, at least towards the beginning of the season, I'm really glad they fleshed out the character dynamics to make Roger not as likable and really drive home the point that he is a politician. It connects in a real way despite being so unreal, paradoxically. Phineas and Ferb is a show that really does it best, and it's another reason along that long list of why this is my favorite show.
4 at best. But in a city of Mothmans, who knows? I could be like a 6.
Easy. Oh boy. And now, there goes... What's that?
Oh, fat lining, delicious. I'm gonna be in my closet looking for more hats.
Alright, so...
Your hat, Agent P.
So the microchips in the fedoras. Okay, so... Interesting. Now we're gonna add some world building here about how they've integrated fedoras into the Auka ecosystem, or the Auka database, whatever you want to call it. Knowledge base. Haberdasher. All right.
The platypus. More hats. Doofenshmirtz needs more hats.
Mom, pick up.
Doofenshmirtz is after Perry, and Doofenshmirtz is... Oh, wow. What's gonna happen with that chip? Okay. So I wonder, like, how aware Phineas is of Candace busting him, because he's vaguely aware. But he's still rather oblivious, but maybe not as much as he lets on. Perhaps.
If I had a nickel for every time
Candace
to show me something and nothing was there, I'd have $5.20.
Which isn't a lot.
It's weird that it happened
104 times. Ah! They brought back the line. That is a culture-defining line. So much. Phineas and Ferb is such an amazing show, and a culture-defining one, that there's actually... You could have, like, a substantially long argument about which Phineas and Ferb line or scene or sequence is the most culturally iconic. Because this is a contender. It's not even, like, the biggest one. People hear this phrasing and not even think of Phineas and Ferb because that's how much it's spread. They don't even know about the show. And that phrase is spread. Phenomenal. I love this.
104 times, right?
Off to the Haberdasher.
Unauthorized attire.
Uh-oh. No hat recognition. Harry scale on the wall. Harry acrobatics. Who's this, though? Yeah.
Agent P in my shop? Is it my birthday? Trapdoors and birthdays are so hard to keep track of, don't you find? Good gracious, your hat. Looks like something took a bite out of it.
Oh, he's Irish. Great.
This way. Oh, you found the trapdoor. Clever. I'll take the stairs.
Well,
Interesting
there
haberdasher.
they are.
Yep, there they are.
I How do I put this delicately?
What happened
it's
here?
It's not our best work.
Not even our second best.
We can't show these to Phineas.
And Ferb. Wait, this is going to sound crazy, but what if we
Front-facing Baljeet.
combine our efforts?
Wow, wow, what a novel idea. Man, I think there's some folks that kind of knock on the animation quality, specifically in parts due to front-facing Baljeet. Front-facing Baljeet does kind of look a little goofy with how like thin the sideburns are, but it's just that is just the perspective. So, yeah.
That's crazy. So crazy.
That's a ludicrous. It just might work, and now they're gonna work together. Cool.
Let's see if we can find you the.
He's looking super stylish.
Sure, but don't you think it's time for an upgrade? Ooh, my latest model.
Ooh, we're gonna get into all the fancy new upgrades for Perry's hat, but Perry's gonna just want his old hat back.
Take you anywhere you want to go. Hugely experimental. I have so many others to choose from.
So we're gonna be experimenting with fedoras. I remember what you said 8 months ago. Damn. A hat for everything. Not that. That is incredibly impractical. But Barry was liking this one. But a hat that shoots out flames from the base where you wear your hat. If it misfires, it's lethal, pretty much. Dang, beret that slays. Aw, Perry really wants his fedora back. He's bleeding now. What a great ending. Okay.
Allow me to present.
The plat is delicious, by the way.
No!
Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah. Oh no. Perry's gotta fight them off. A formidable opponent. And Perry's gonna use every single hats to fight against Moth Doofenshmirtz. Well, Moth Doofenshmirtz is quite, or maybe I'll say Mothenshmirtz. Mothenshmirtz is quite the formidable threat, and will give Agent B a challenge. But he's got the Haberdashers back. The Haberdasher's got his back. Here comes Bug Spray.
Try this one.
And there, that's a giraffe.
Okay then, I'm all out of hats. What are we gonna do, Agent B?
Experimental hat. Where's that gonna go, though? Off to Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Is he going to self-destruct the Nader?
That is amazing!
Yeah.
What is this invention, though? Are we going to see it, or is it going to get taken away before even we can see it?
I can't wait for Phineas to see it.
And Ferb. They're
And
going
Ferb.
to be so proud of us.
Ooh, let's throw a top over it. You know, for the big reveal.
I think I hear their car.
Isabel's going to them.
Phineas.
Oh man, they're all coming in. Oh, Isabella really wants Phineas to see it. Oh, that's adorable.
More hats to eat. Hat maker will do.
You should wait for
Oh,
Agent B.
that's nightmare
Not really
fuel.
much of an
Not,
action.
it's not necessarily as much as what Buford's been doing, which is more disturbing on a psychological level. Still wicked cool. It's debatable. Yeah. Oh, just a weapon. Okay. Really powerful weapon. That's going to take away, bouncing off the sideline again, and turns that into a moth. Okay.
Well,
That's true. I think that if you shoot twice, it
that
reverses
was
it.
weird.
It's over. No! Oh, now Isabella's going to be devastated too. No! Oh, poor Isabella!
I'm just gonna add that to my tab. Cha-ching!
It's over.
Nobody thought to take a picture?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Candace really, ludicrously easily could be taking pictures of the inventions, but she hasn't. In, season 1, photographic evidence was a season 1 revelation, and then everything would get in the way. I think she just gave up on that, because it didn't work and she stopped trying. Yeah. Alright. Last it back. Oh, he was supposed to twist it. It's supposed to be twisted to go back.
Oh, great. Oh, great instinct turning me back into a human, Perry the Platypus. And frankly, preferable to that whole make everyone else into Mothman's thing, because, reasons.
Back to headquarters.
Thank you, Perry the Platypus!
Alright. Just gone.
If it ain't broken, no need
to fix it.
Speaking of broken, looks like it's time for a change of scenery. Can't have Heinz Doofenshmirtz with intimate knowledge of our location now, can we?
It's all being compacted in, and the Haberdasher is going to be heading out. Very nice.
Be seeing you, Agent P. Ooh, happy birthday!
Uh-oh. The instincts are still there.
I think that would taste good.
Sucks. Alright. Here we go. Out of character. What's happening here?
What you doing?
Hey, Isabella. Just reading some of the old space adventure issues.
Upside
He just
down?
rolled down.
Issue 98, the
Just
crew
rolled
ends
down.
up on a planet with reverse gravity.
Hey, Buford, where's Baljeet?
Guess we're gonna have gravity mechanics here. Super Mario Galaxy is one of my favorite games, after all. So, very much a fan of gravity mechanics. We'll see if that's taking place in the action
Think I
movie.
keep a detailed schedule of everything
Yes.
he does?
Yes, you do.
All right,
Hey, no.
fine. Let's
Baljeet
see.
Chronicles.
Hey, 9 a.m. Phineas and Ferb's backyard. He's late, but it's on here.
It's there.
There's a new space adventure movie filming in Danville, and I have been invited to audition.
Wow.
I ran into the director, Catherine Marshall, and she thought I needed a particular role, Xterra.
Xterra goes hard as a name.
But there is still one problem. I do not know how to act.
Yeah, I was thinking literally those exact words verbatim.
What if we help set the scene for you?
Isabella, that's it. If we bring the ice jungles of Namrak to life, Baljeet won't have to pretend. He can experience it for real.
I saw a screenshot of this very briefly. I briefly logged on to Instagram to see a little bit more info about the new season. I really probably shouldn't have. I couldn't help myself, but I do know how to restrain instead of restrict. Seems I think that was the approach I was going for there. So I did see one screenshot of this episode, and it looks phenomenal.
No better way to listen to the Lumberzaks than on
Lumberzaks! Alright, Lumberzaks, we got world building. I do want another crossover. I do want a 3-way crossover. It's coming. I do believe a 3-way crossover is coming. Interest will get revitalized from the Season 5, Season 6 show. Oh, and by the way, let's this be an example before I forget. I'll probably repeat this at the end of this recording session. We need to let animation companies know, and whatever entertainment industries know, the best creations come to fruition by taking a chance on them, giving them funding, and then complete creative control. Let them establish their own writing, maybe a vague framework at most. I'm realizing there's a pattern here. The best games I've ever played, the best things I've ever watched have been when companies gave the creators of whatever media franchise you can think of complete creative control. It's why Burnout 3 is my favorite racing game, in parts due to the developers making their own decisions, being able to, and then EA giving the funding for them. It is one of the greatest PS2 games of all time. I would still argue it's one of the best racing games of all time. Mario Charm is always amazing. A lot of the time, I will say. A lot of really iconic Mario games. All of that's just developed in-house, and it's typically the quality is quite good. It's just the price. That's a whole separate issue when it comes to the pricing. But they have creative control because it's a first-party title. Deltarune is just an indie studio, so Toby Fox, Temmie, and the whole crew, they just have complete creative control because it's an indie game, and then they just determine the rating. So they pretty much can just put the writing in whatever direction they have. So they have complete creative control. And then finally here for Phineas and Ferb, Disney gave complete creative control, just telling them to do the same thing as they have before, which is what Dan and Swampy do best. And then we get this, pretty much. This is amazing. This entire season's been thus far. It's above a 9 right now for me. I can't think of any notable flaws that, like, bring the show down. There's, like, quirks and then there's flaws. I'm gonna make a differentiation between the two. But we'll get to that with my overall thoughts at the end. And now, excavating the backyard. And yeah, Candace is not going to be aware of this.
Come on, ladies! Those prop design patches won't earn themselves!
They would absolutely contribute here. But now we got new Fireside Girls. So we have the core 7. So we have the other 6 Fireside Girls. And then one of the 2 new ones. And then Melissa as well. Or 3 new ones, I should say. One of them being Melissa.
And why is Buford filming this? You can use it for your audition, and I can use it for my reel. Thanks, Shane.
That does not explain how you got
Yeah,
an assistant.
Buford is absolutely invested into this, for sure. I said before that Buford is absolutely an art student at his core. When it comes to everything like media, cinema, all that. Excellent tune. Uh-oh. Okay, sweep it. Buy a new one, and that's it.
Wine glass delivery for B Platypus.
Oh, man. Broken glass. Okay, see, this is what I mean. Like, Perry's really trying to be careful, but sometimes, like, Perry doesn't do everything perfectly all the time. And that's what makes him a lot more relatable and real. There we go. That was a nice, brilliant shade of blue there. I'm a blue enthusiast, as you can tell. By the icon you've been seeing just moving around the screen.
Doofenshmirtz's brother Roger is having a
And we have a Roger episode.
statue of himself. If I had a nickel for every time that's happened.
You'd have 2 nickels, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, but it's weird. Yeah, we know how it goes. Okay, 2 nickels. Tiptoe, red carpet. It's all about the show business today. Red carpet trap.
I suppose you're wondering why I have this large papier-mâché version of my own head.
That papier-mâché version, though. About as equally as unsettling as the Candace suits. Awesome in a way, too, though. They're not afraid to get bizarre like this, which I really do much respect and appreciate.
Ever since I was little, people have always forgotten my face. I was even voted least recognizable in high school.
Friggin' cone! Okay, so Roger didn't necessarily receive every award, but a decent amount of them. Let's see if I can see what that top right is. I want some world building. Class clown. Okay, so it's just a different person.
Look, that's not even me. It's a traffic cone with a dent in it. I don't think that's me. Behold, my defacinator. One blast, and your face becomes incredibly forgettable.
Wow. Now a forgettable face. How is this going to interfere with the boys' scheme? And if so, how? Who will be blasted? What will be blasted? All, like, the facial feature just, like, flatlined.
Nobody will recognize him, and his unveiling will be a failing. There you go, papier-mâché me. Don't let anybody tell you look like a traffic cone.
And now it's all space adventure. Now we're gonna get epic intergalactic music. It's amazing.
Space adventure.
You know, I can see these vines.
Look how cool they look! It's so good!
They're just painted ropes. How can I act with this?
You might be overthinking it.
Yeah. It's just that...
Beaver is absolutely going to be a excellent cinematographer.
This is a beautifully rendered backdrop. The garden
It is.
has been sprayed with coal.
Hey, we got a Gravity Falls reference. Really? Okay. Now we have references from other shows, too. I was not expecting that. There's references to their other works, but to other shows, this might be like one of the first. There might be some astute Phineas and Ferb observers out there who have probably seen a few others, or heard a few others, from other Disney franchises that could probably inform me of them, but really nice to see this. Really, really nice to see this. We done monsters. It's a reenactment of Space Adventure. Oh, wow. An alien tackled Isabella, and then Isabella just, like, a brilliant way to, like, use the kinetic energy to just throw that alien off. I want to see that again. People who are particular fans of Isabella, which I will say I am, absolutely feral over that. So, yeah. Yeah, pretty much it.
That is catch up on your speed.
Yeah, to simulate blood.
Oh my goodness! Is this Candace's bed? How did you get it down the stairs?
Suspend your disbelief.
Did they all just eye roll at Baljeet? I guess they're eye rolling because it's not helping.
Huh. Baljeet's really struggling
Yeah,
to get into his
that's why.
character.
What else could we do to help?
Release the necro slug!
Buford's got it though.
Just go along with it.
Yeah.
If you want people to believe your performance,
You need to believe it yourself. Yeah, you do gotta
Captain
believe it.
Dirk, the necro slug seems to have spotted us.
Come on.
Perhaps we should flee before it hunts us down.
Baljeet.
okay, let's try turning the aggression up. Buford, bump it up to a 7.
Buford's got it. And it's gonna...
Okay, I put it on 11.
Not
it's
11.
7, not 11. We've never even tested that level of aggression.
Here it comes. We gotta go.
It's gonna eat us all!
Here's your coffee, sir.
See? It only ate Shane. But to be fair, it might not be finished yet.
Okay, new plan. Run!
Here it comes. Oh man. That's intense. Literally just simplifying the facial features. Good old wrench fighting.
Hey,
Uh-oh. What happened to Ferb? Oh no, it shot Ferb. Interesting. Ferb demonstrates expression through everything, like, besides his voice a lot of the time. He doesn't talk much. Few lines per episode, so him losing his face is quite the travesty.
Ferb, who's this guy?
I am Ferb.
Dude, whoever you are, that's a great impression. But where
Dude, whoever you are.
did Ferb go?
They don't believe that's Ferb. That's nuts. I am Ferb. Nah. Actually, boom.
How do we stop it?
There's a control doohickey on its head. If we smash it, should be lights out for the big guy.
Baljeet, you and Isabella distract the necro slug. This guy and I can use these vines.
This guy and I. Oh, man. It just adds a gag for the episode. Doesn't change much about it. Watch Phineas say, "Oh, there you are, Ferb," at the end of this episode. Just you watch.
Come on, Baljeet!
Buford, now!
Here it comes.
I'm ready for
Smash
my
it.
close-up.
Oh, Buford. Oh, no.
Man down, me.
Buford!
Isabel's gonna come in and try to... Okay, they're gonna try to constrict, but...
Hold!
Oh, no.
Exterra, you're our only hope!
Oh no!
Come on, Baljeet. Yeah! Boom! Oh, he got it in. And now Candace is gonna do the bust. Here it comes.
Alien jungle, giant slug! Ah! Alien jungle, giant slug! Ah! Ah!
Just ignored. Just straight up ignored. Nice hat spin. Oh, he did it! He actually messed up the statue.
Ah, Roger's statue still got messed up. I'm gonna call that a win.
It's so simple, like it could represent any one of
It's
us.
just like humble old Roger.
Yeah, we know we have the populist interpretation.
Exactly as I intended. We're all the face of Danville. Wait, did I just
Yeah.
help Roger's reputation?
Inadvertently, yeah.
I can still undo it.
I have conquered the great beast. I am Exterra.
And cut. Good work today, Sluggy.
Wait, Sluggy?
All
Baljeet,
part of the
but
plan.
we had to keep it a secret to get you into character.
Yeah,
You were
makes sense.
acting?
It was Buford's idea. He knew if you believed the situation
facing
was real,
simple Ferb.
you'd believe in yourself.
I knew you'd rise to the occasion, pal. You just need
Buford knows.
All right, that one was for me.
My confidence is at an all-time high. Exterra fears nothing. Renowned director Catherine Marshall?
It's like watching a true star in the making. Am I right?
So, I get to be Exterra?
Oh, this is a typo. We were looking for extras, for background work.
All of that work and all in vain. If only there were some way to go back to being forgettable.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Here comes.
Oh, there you are.
Ferb's got it back, yeah.
Ugh,
Exactly.
The other guy talked too much.
Talk too much, wow.
Buford.
Already ahead of you. Yeah.
Buford's got it.
Free Wednesday at 8.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
this set is incredible.
Can we take it? Okay.
Would it happen to be for sale?
Well, no, but
So, sometimes the inventions don't disappear because of Doofenshmirtz. They disappear because some investor or some professional wants to have it for their own benefits. And Phineas and Ferb just give it up every single time. This is actually the first time it's happened all season, I think. We have spins on the formula, like how the invention disappears isn't always from Doofenshmirtz's antic. There have been deviations, and this is one of like the more staple deviations. But this is the first time it's happened all season.
Come on, come to the backyard.
Smear frame, Candace.
At this point, I should just have Buford add this to my schedule.
Come on, come on, come on!
It's all interconnected.
Come on, come on, come on, come on! What?
Anybody needs me, then I'll be on the couch.
Hey,
All right.
has anybody seen Shane?
Where's Shane?
Hello, Mr. Buford. I'm still in the slug.
Oh, damn. Forgot Shane.